This is a story called The Cat That Walked by Himself. Once long, long ago, when all animals were wild, a dog, a horse, a cow, and a cat stood on a mountain and looked down watching man. Now the man and the woman had made themselves a kind of hut. They had, with sticks, they had built a kind of hut. They had stretched an animal hide across the door. They built a fire inside the hut to keep themselves warm. And they cooked food. Now, the dog said, "Boy, that food smells good. I'm going to go and have a look." Horse and cow both said, "Don't do it. Man, you can't trust man. Man is dangerous for us animals." And the dog said, "I'm going to try anyway." So the dog went to the people. At the time, the man, the husband, was out hunting. And the dog went to the woman. The woman scratched his head and gave him a bone. And the bone was so delicious that the dog said, "Boy, I would give anything to be able to eat bones like this every day and stay with you." And the woman said, "You may do that, as long as you go hunting with my husband during the day and guard the house at night." So the dog stayed, and he had plenty of bones to eat from the stew and food that the people ate. And he guarded the house at night, and they rubbed him and scratched him, and the dog was happy. So the horse, the cow, and the cat were looking on, and they all said, "The dog looks happy. He looks happy." And horse said, "I think I will go down there too." Cow said, "Don't. You can't trust man." And cat, as cat always says, "I wouldn't give up my independence. I walk alone. I walk by myself. I don't want to be the prisoner of man." This is what the cat says throughout the story. But the horse says, "I'm going to try." So the horse went down to the people, the man and the woman. The woman gave the horse some hay, even an apple, scratched his ears and scratched his head. And the horse said, "Boy, this hay is delicious. I would love to stay with you." And so the woman said, "You can stay with us as long as you help us plow our fields, help us gather and harvest, and you can stay with us." So the horse stayed, and he ate an apple in the morning. He ate hay at night. He plowed the fields, and he dragged heavy loads. But basically he was happy. And so the cow and the cat looked down, and the cow said, "The horse looks happy too." And the cat said, "I would never give up my independence. I walk alone. I walk by myself. I will never basically sell myself to man." Now the horse, when he had accepted hay, said he wanted to live there, and the woman said, "Okay, as long as you plow the fields, that is, you do something for us, we will do something for you." And then she went inside, she had gone inside, the woman, to get this braided bridle to put in the horse's mouth, or a bridle basically. Now the cat, when the cat saw that, didn't like this at all, and thought, the horse has traded his freedom for a pile of hay, just as the dog had traded his freedom for a bone. So the cow, though, liked what she saw when she looked down there, and so the cow said, "I think I'll go down there too and see what's happening, see how content the dog and the horse are." The cat said, "Go ahead, but I'm a cat. I like my freedom. I walk by myself." But the cat secretly followed the cow down there. And the cow went to see the woman, and the woman gave the cow a patch of grass to graze upon, lots of green grass to eat. And then the cow said, "Oh, this grass is so delicious, I would give anything to stay here with you." Well, all you have to do is provide some milk for us, and you will have this every day. And the cow said, okay. So the cow stayed too. The cat saw this. The cat smelled the aroma of the milk. The cat saw that the lives of these three animals, the dog, the horse, and the cow, were pretty good. The people took good care of them, were affectionate to them, scratched their ears, patted them. Very good people, very kind people. But the cat still didn't like it. But then one day it became too much. So the cat said, I think I'll go down there just to see what I can gather from this situation. So the cat presented herself to the woman. And the woman said, basically, what can you give in return for staying here? I don't think there's anything you can give. And then at a certain point, the cat said, well, I would love to live here just to keep company with such a beautiful woman. Now, the woman, the wife, was lonely much of the time because the husband was gone hunting, foraging, much of the time. So the woman responded to this, but the woman still said, what can you give, though, to stay here? If you can give anything, you can stay here and lie by the fire, and we'll give you milk, and you can be comfortable. Just then, a mouse went running across the floor of the house. And so the cat said, that's what I can give you. I can make sure that mice never trouble you in this house. And the woman was satisfied with this very little thing, and said, okay, you can stay here, lie by the fire, have your milk, and keep our place free of mice. Well, this was a very little task for the cat to do. And so the cat retained a lot of its sense of freedom. It was not domesticated like the other animals. And at night, the cat would wander wherever the cat wanted to, and would return whenever it wanted to, keeping a sense of its freedom, keeping a sense of, I walk by myself, but gaining the benefits of living with man too. And everyone who has a cat knows that this is a good story.
The cat that walked by himself. Number 1. What were the animals on the mountain looking at? Number 2. What did the man and the woman make for themselves? Number 3. Why did the dog go down the mountain? Number 4. Why did the dog decide to stay? Number 5. What did the woman tell the dog he had to do? Number 6. Why did the cow tell the horse not to go down the mountain? Number 7. Why did the cat not want to go down to the people? Number 8. What did the woman do to the horse? Number 9. What did the horse have to do to stay? Number 10. What did the woman put on the horse? Number 11. What did the woman give the cow? Number 12. What would the cow have to do to stay? Number 13. What kind of lives did the dog, horse, and cows have? Number 14. Why did the woman want the cat to stay? Number 15. What could the cat offer the man and woman? Number 16. Why was the cat happy